Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Good morning.
Hare Krishna. While others join, let me offer a short prayer and then we begin. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuramilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Statatam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamanim Dadati Swakatantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yata Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahadana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitam Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Desatarine Panchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyev Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Saptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, as a week, we are just starting with understanding what is Bhagavad Gita for us is an eye-opener. It serves as an eye-opener. Why? Because we are in a way, though our eyes are open, we are walking in the streets, we are dealing so many things, we are ever attentive with our eyes to capture everything that's around. In reality, we are actually day walking, night walking, sleep walking. I don't know what kind of walking, but we are always closed. And what does that mean? That we do not know who we are. When we open our eyes, the purpose is to gain knowledge so that we know where we are. When we open our eyes, when we see ourselves in the mirror, we expect to see ourselves, but there is something that's coming in between. It is this body. This body, what we are considering itself as our whole and soul, mind, or even the body itself is I. So this is, so to say, kind of a daydreaming, because all our activities that we are doing are on the base of the bodily platform, like, oh, I have pain, oh, I have pleasure. Everything we are associating these things with our body, and due to which we are not able to understand who we really are. And scriptures like Bhagavad Gita serve as an eye-opener through which we can understand who we are. Why? Because these are the words of the Lord and they cannot be untruthful. They're absolute truth, which means sometimes we come across some truths which keep changing. That it's a relative truth or perspective truth. For you, what is truth may not be true for me. But when Krishna is saying, when the Supreme Lord is saying, each and every word, each and every shloka is absolute truth. That's why Lord is also glorified as Uttama Shloka. Because his every word is absolute truth, and every word to glorify him is also absolute. With that understanding, let's try to get into our systematic study of Vedic scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 13. Last week, we already have read a very elaborate verse, 13th chapter, 8 to 12. This gives what is actually knowledge and what is not knowledge, if we see, and we'll take it from there. And if there are any questions, anyone have anything to add, comment, we'll open forum as and when we finish one logical topic of this. By the way, I think there are some new people who have joined. Very happy, please welcome. This is what we do on a Sunday morning. Very carefully use it for understanding who we are. Let me share my screen. You can see it. Yeah, you see the screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantir, arjavam, acharyopasanam, saucham, dhairya, atma, vinigraha. This is the first one. Indriyateshu, vairagyam, ahankara evacha, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi, dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. Asaktir, anabhishvanga, putradhara, grahadishu, nityam cha sama, chittatvam, Ishtanishtopa Ishta Ishtanistopatishu Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktir Avyabhicharini Vivikta Desha Devitvam Aratir Jana Samsadi Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam Etaj Gnanam Iti Proktam Agnanam Ad Aho Yad Ato Anyatha. These two lines, if we keep, like last time we were discussing, whatever above all these lines is the knowledge, and Krishna is also saying, beyond this, everything is Ajnanam. Everything beyond this is not knowledge. Krishna is saying. What is he saying? Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspire to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. Bahunam janmanamante gnanavam mam prapadyante vasudeva sarmamiti samahatma sudurlabha. So again, in that point, we see that one has to get the knowledge to attain ultimate goal of our life, to attain the supreme. Lord Krishna is saying, there are Mahatmas, but these Mahatmas are very rare. What kind of Mahatmas? Not everyone can be stamped and said, hey, you are great. And because you are an Atma, because you are a great, and let's put them together. Great Atma is Mahatma. No? Mahatma is the one who has attained the knowledge, one who has the right knowledge, and one who can benefit from that right knowledge. What is the benefit is to attain me. What was that verse? Bahunam, after many births, Bahunam Janmanamante Gnanavam Mam Prapadyante. Attain me. And how to attain? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everything is the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna Vasudeva. So, so supreme transcendence. That kind of person is the real Mahatma. And in that, if we see, when we combine with this, if you want to understand what is knowledge, all these, and then the question may come, there are so many other things that, why are we not calling them as knowledge? In the purports, we will try to understand. But if we take each and every aspect of it, we understand these are very much related to the soul, to the Atma. Yeah. And with that understanding, I think maybe Adarasa Prabhu or someone, can you say last week till where we went? Which para?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we read all the paragraphs, but your
No,
explanation,
not reading. Explanation wise.
I think only the first till here, na, this Maya Yogena Bhakti that you explained.
You mean the first para or the principles for
First,
accepting the spiritual master? I think we discussed
yes,
elaborately.
yeah.
So
Yes,
I think
yeah.
from next we want to continue about humility. What is true meaning of humility? So as for the knowledge outlined here, the items may be analyzed as follows. Yeah, I think that's where we will take it. And even to understand these qualities, it's very important we understand the need of a spiritual master. For every field of lesson that we take a master, and for the subject matter of spirituality, we can't just say, okay, uh, let me take a different path, let me analyze myself, let me scrutinizingly, not study, but scrutinizingly use my reasoning skills, logical skills, and play them to understand where I am. That doesn't work. We may, but people may ask, but okay, then why there is a purpose of intelligence. Yes, this purpose of intelligence is given to approach the right person, to approach the right source, to gain the right knowledge and advance, not to use this unnecessarily for what do you call, wasting wasting our valuable time in things that are not worth to spend. So anyway, so in that way we come across the first quality, or which is humility. Now let me try to leave the forum for you to speak. What do you think? What is humility for you means? What is humility?
Being respectful and also accommodative of others' opinions, Prabhuji.
Okay, being respectful and accommodating others' opinion.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Mhm.
Prabhu, after gaining certain level of certain significant level of knowledge, be it in material or in spiritual realm, although not having pride in ourselves, we may call it humility.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Parth. Anyone else?
Respecting others and treating them equal to us, or maybe above us.
Respecting others and treating them above us.
Yeah, at least equal to us. I mean, not to see anybody subpar with us. Yeah, irrespective of our position.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Others?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, humility means zero arrogance in our mind. No zero pride, no arrogance. Staying humble to our position and acceptance to the maximum.
Acceptance to the maximum.
Acceptance of the situation or acceptance of the person. Staying humble to our position, and also to open, to open ourselves to listen and understand.
Okay.
So, to summarize, like no arrogance and no pride.
No arrogance, no pride. Okay. Thank you. Next.
Not to have the feeling of disrespecting for ourselves.
Say again, Adhirasa.
Not to have the feeling of disrespecting from others.
Not to have the feeling of
Or not
being
to expect.
disrespected by others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Next. I don't know who's this Prabhu. Your name, as I see on your phone name, Yomi 2109111. Would you like to?
Hello, Prabhu. My name is Manoj.
Manoj, very nice to meet you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to say what does humility mean for you?
Yeah, definitely. I can speak in Hindi.
Yeah.
Okay. Humanity means it's like in Hindi we call इंसानियत. So that meaning that we should हम एक दूसरे की मदद करें और एक दूसरे को उनके जो डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन है उनको सपोर्ट करें. अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है तो हम उनको मिलके उनके साथ.
Insaniyat is it not humanity? Just trying to understand.
Humanity.
तो humanity का definition क्या होगा? Insan is human. Insaniyat humanity.
I think.
हाँ? वही है ना? इंसानियत मतलब as you said, to help each other.
Yeah.
Humanity is that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is about humility.
Humility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Amanitvam. Man. Man and Samman. We always are hankering for that. I need manna, maniyat. So to get a recognition for what I am, to respect, to get respect from others is what we usually hanker for, right? Amaniyatvam means that is humility. I think even the Sanskrit word is saying. So which means not eager to be praised by others, not eager to be kind of looking for recognition from others, not looking for even being respected by others, is all comes under humility. By the way, Manoj, Prabhu, if I speak in English, you are able to follow anyway, right?
Yeah, definitely, no problem. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. And of course, you can definitely add anything you want to share. So we are talking about humility, which is usually one of the most unavoidable quality that one should have in order to advance in spiritual practices. In material practices, if one is humble, he may be thought as naive or not having the knack of handling the situation, or he is considered not so great. That is the reason in a materialistic world, everyone is doing what? He is doing something that he can have some material recognition, that if he is starting as a, what do we call this? Fresher, he would very quickly, he is always eager to get into the next level of expert, and from expert to specialist to what is it called? executive manager, and then to manager, then to deputy manager, then to general manager, then to deputy general manager. There is a whole hierarchy for a purpose of actually recognizing what we have done, isn't it? Isn't the case? Satish Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, absolutely. Becomes
In the material, yeah, in the materialistic, just imagine an organization. Usually they say, hey, we have flat, what is it called? Flat
hierarchy, Prabhuji.
Flat hierarchy. Yeah, but flat hierarchy cannot stay for very long in a materialistic world. Why? Because people want recognition. How long they want to be just one manager and all people are at the same level? They always still look for some way of recognition, recognition that they need. Why? Because of, as Dinath Prabhu was mentioning, as others were referring, it is that this pride, we have this pride, what is it called in Sanskrit? Ahankar. This body is a covering, and this body is so special. Just imagine, it is a covering made of 5 elements: earth, fire, water, ether. What are the other things? I always forget the 5th one. Earth, sky. No, sky is a full cover. Earth, fire, water.
Fire, Prabhuji.
Fire, water. No, I didn't cover, no? Earth.
Yeah.
No, I already said first one. Earth, fire, water, ether.
Vayu, Prabhuji, air.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. But it's not only these 5 elements through which we are made of. Otherwise, just imagine this whole matter. We also have so many. Table is also made of this, or some other in the nature, whatever we see may also have this. In addition to these 5 elements, there is also 3 more elements. What are the 3 elements? Mind, mana, buddhi, ahankar. Manas, mind, buddhi, intelligence, ahankar, false ego. This is also additional covering. So just imagine ourselves to wear what is this called? Three-piece suit. Three-piece suit has what? It has one inner jacket, outer jacket, right? So in that way, there is a cover. One cover which outside we can see, we can see everywhere. But there is also inner covering, and that inner covering is called subtle body. Subtle. Subtle means that we cannot see with our eyes, but we can see through the symptoms. No one will say, no, I don't have mind. I have lost my mind. At least that sense of saying means he has mind to decide on that. He has buddhi, intelligence. With intelligence only, he is knowing what is good, what is not good. And then ahankar. And this is the very, very subtlest, so subtle that we can't even recognize. That is the reason we have big, big, big problem. Because of this so subtle thing that is present, that is covering our real identity, that is why it's called ahankar. And that's why we are not even able to appreciate who we are, what we are. And that's why we are running here and there and doing that and this for doing what? Getting honor. And we, what is this called? The people say that we should give respect, take respect. How many of you heard this?
Yes, Prabhuji, give respect, get respect.
Yeah, that is true. Respect. Not even get. Get is still, I think, sattvic version of the point. At least I heard give respect, take respect. Anyone heard that? Or maybe I'm saying get respect is first time I'm hearing. So get these days in Kali Yuga, it's not so easy. That's why we take it. Is it? So what we do is we try to do whatever. Yeah, just imagine. Have you seen this? What is called circus? not big scale circuses, but have you seen someone is walking on the pole, which is what do you call this? Tightrope, yeah, tightrope, and then there is someone who is balancing and then walking. Have you seen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
That is okay. But then have you seen a monkey that is jumping down? The same, this guy also will show next feet is what? A monkey is jumping like what you want. And sometimes you may have seen in circuses, the elephant is standing on 1 foot or 2 foot, I don't know, whatever miracles. All this is to do what? Attract attention. Otherwise, they don't need to do all these things. So that by attracting attention, they can maintain maybe their livelihood, they may get name and fame. So are we also sometimes not doing this to just make sure that our presence is recognized in the society? We do so many things, right? We are scared what will happen to our existence if we are not. There are some very classic is, have you seen some, I think Basant Prabhu, Bansod Prabhu, one bit. So on this, I'm going to unmute him.
Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Bansod Prabhu, you should go.
I did it. Yeah. You were asking you have a question, Parth Prabhu?
No, Prabhu, I was just...
Fine. I did that. So, coming back to this, yeah, the point is, I mean, the reason why we are spending this amount of time is to really, if we get understanding of what is humility, then our life can be very, very simple. If we want to become a sadhu, this is one of the qualities. What is that? Titiksha Karunika Suhrada Sarva Bhutana. Karunika means mercy. And this Amanitvam is a very important quality where we understand that with humility we have to deal. But I think we have been dealing with humility so many times and we are ill-treated. How many felt that? How many really experienced this? How many really thought, oh, lessons learned, I should not be humble. Otherwise, people will just exploit me. Anyone had these situations in your life? Can you raise your hands? If you have videos, you can turn on, show your hands. Or otherwise, raise your hand on the Zoom. So, I'm sure all hands will raise definitely in one way or the other. Why this is happening? Why is this happening? Personally, why is that happening?
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, because everybody is working for their own interest and they see, okay, that other person is different. I should just protect my interest. And in that, they don't see that, yeah, what harm they may cause. They just are driven for their own profits.
You're very nice. You're telling the problem of the other person. What about the problem of ourselves?
Same na Prabhuji, like even if it is for all individual, even if I am there, if I, until and unless I cannot see that, okay, yeah, he is to me, then he is also my family, then I am also behaving in this manner only. It is not just for the other person. Why the other person? Everybody is having this selfish identity that, okay.
Want to take, want to get.
Yes. They don't want to share. They don't want to give. They just, everyone, oneself also.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Maybe on a very slight level, maybe I just wanted to share one experience which one experience very quickly. So basically, usually I like driving the car. So when you attain a skill, basically you believe that you are good at something, and then after some time you believe that we tend to believe that we are expert at that thing. So once what happened was in 2019, we met with an accident. Then I started to think that, I mean, I used to drive everything so perfectly all these years, then why it happened? So my consciousness was not accepting the situation in the first instance. Then we realized together, I mean, me and Varshana, that, okay, first she told me that first let's get into humble position, accept the fact that we have to be humble. We are also making mistakes, so we need to learn. We need to learn. So this is one situation which makes me realize that in this material world, we tend to believe that we are good at something, and we strive for those things. And through that, humility factor will unknowingly will keep reducing in us. So once reality hits, then we tend to learn the lesson actually. But in spirituality, that is not the case. We all go and grow together. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Others?
Sudhama Prabhu, I also have that set of thought, what just Prabhu said. But I believe in spiritual realm also, or in spirituality also, we have to be careful about maintaining our humbleness, because in this devotee family also there may be situation where that thought will come inside a devotee that I'm performing all the spiritual activity in right direction, and I want to be a bigger devotee. So this is also existing in the spiritual realm also. It's not only in material world. So we have to be careful about that as well.
Yeah, very nice. Nice point. Yeah. Others? Devanshi, Madan?
Prabhuji, I will write it because I have a throat pain, so I'll write it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just the allergies which have triggered.
Okay. Take care. Okay. We'll just try to start cracking down what it really means to be humble. One understanding thing is, when we talk about, always we have the perception that we are very humble. No? Isn't it? Okay. We say that, oh, I am great actually, but I am very humble. I don't show myself off.
Yes.
Isn't the case? I always have a very nice, what do we call this, a good image of myself. Yeah, nice.
Yes,
good, Prabhu. So nice point. In material world, humiliation comes before humility. Yes, yeah, and this is coming from what again? Our misidentification. We are thinking that, oh, actually I am great, but actually I don't show off. That itself is so great, isn't it? And this greatness is so great that I'm not again recognizing it, which means I am greater. And this great, now it's becoming such a big thing that indeed we're not identifying that, no, after all, if I just go outside, what I'm doing, I'm always doing attractive business to attract others' attention, isn't it? Yeah. How many of us spend time to serve others' expectation? Yeah, at work is very clear because there is a task, there is a project, and then we are working for it. So definitely it is for others. And in that we do such a way that definitely, of course, the managing skill itself is that to show such a way that other person can accept, isn't it? Why are we doing that? So that other person can accept it, so that I'm recognized as success. So our definition of success is what? To please others, isn't it? Suryatesh Prabhu. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Maybe I can. So I was thinking that if person who expects, from out of his humbleness, he expect respect from that person. But if that person is still humble in the situation, at the place where there is no possibility to get respect back, in such situation, if person, I think if he's able to stay humble, and then can one say that that person is really humble? Yeah, in our current situation, I am always
a person is a humble
trying
when
to be humble, but from inside I am not humble, but just fake
humility.
Somehow
as you already said, so it's not real humbleness. So that is all coming because of our lack of identity. Prabhu. Because we are still identifying with this body, and with this body we are associating so many designations, and these designations are kind of we are sensitive to satisfy these designations. If I'm a father, I am perfect father. If I am mother, perfect mother. If I'm employee, I'm perfect. Everywhere we want what? To be perfect. Why? Because we think that by becoming this perfect, a recognition is coming. Unless we understand by becoming perfect, we are actually serving them perfectly. We will not come to the platform of really. So that is the difference. When we do something, if we are doing it as a service for fulfilling the job, not really caring if someone will recognize it or not, someone is praising or not, that is humility. And then we really go into this point of in the lines of amanitvam. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina mananena kirtaniya sadahari. So Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna. We should have what? We should have patience, and we should have humility. And when we talk about humility, what kind of humility? Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna. Just imagine that a tree is very much ill-treated, right? People, even if they are coming and chopping the tree is not revolting. Okay, one may say, no, tree doesn't have such skills or possibility, that's why it's not rebelling. But just imagine from that, what analogy we can understand is, no, should not be any revolt. If someone is kind of not recognizing what we are doing, that's okay. What is important is the task in hand. Is it done or not? But if we want to apply this in the materialistic way of living, material life, at work, we'll face a big problem. Just imagine your manager will say, I have a manager who says that you don't speak too much. Yeah. And after 2 months, he said, thank you very much for your contribution. Why did he do it? Because I speak only when in the meetings everyone is done, and when I have some point, I'll definitely tell. And afterwards, I'm not interested, okay, if someone is coming and recognizing me of such a great skill, but okay, if that purpose is solved, it's okay. If not, okay, I have raised my voice. Humility means not to do. Humility means actually to do what needs to be done. That is what is humility. It's not humility means, Prabhu, आप बहुत advanced हो, आप करो ना, you do it. Because you are senior, because you are that, you are this, okay, you do, I will not do. No, if the work is given, though I am not capable of it, though I am not perfect at it, but yeah, if it is service to the Lord, definitely I'll take it to whatever capacity. I'll approach the seniors, I approach the advanced devotees, understand exactly what's to be done, and then actively do. That is what is real humility. In humility, we are talking about we are not behind the result of what is coming from that. Of course, if there is some lessons to be learned, what we have messed up, I am very much open. My ego is down to earth, that I am ready to accept what feedback is coming so that I can improve. But my ego shouldn't say that, hey, who are you to tell me? You know who I am? I'm temple president, I'm temple commander, I am manager, I am that. Immediately when we put on these designations that I am that, I am this, who are you to tell me? Then we lose the whole point of actually what? Advancement. Rather, we should understand that all these things are helping me so that I can serve. If I become a manager, yes, I have a bigger responsibility to serve. If I am an employee of a normal level, maybe I have a less responsibility. But if I become a manager, responsibility is bigger. That's why even today, to date, we still, when we see jobs, right, they say roles and responsibilities. So at least responsibility, take responsibility of what you are. And humility is not to avoid responsibility, but to actually act on responsibility. Not just take the role, but actually fulfill the responsibility. And after that, not to kind of, okay, I have fulfilled my responsibility, now I have expectations that some people will recognize. Never ever think that. That will only keep you working more than what you are supposed to work. Isn't it? If the job is done, people are happy, they have done. If you start expecting more from it, then you have to do more. Yeah, just imagine if you go to your manager and ask, I want promotion. You know what, Adiras, I think all of the team along with you are working very hard. Can you do something more than what you are doing now? Then you get promotion. Anyone had situations like that? When you go to the manager for hike or promotion? No. No one had this? The managers are great? Or you are great that you're not expecting? But that's what happens. That's what happens, that you're already doing responsibility, you don't have to be compensated more. If you want more, do more, take more responsibility. And then you do more, then you get recognized more, paid more, and everything. No? Yeah. And I'm just reading out Devanshi's message. Being humble always helps in learning new things, adapting and sorry, my English, and accepting each and every possibilities, and lead us to be empathetic and compassionate among others and for our own selves as well. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yes, hands raised, please. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, as per your, thanks for the nice lecture. But I have a question like, suppose it's not possible to exhibit the humbleness beyond the capacity, right? So, in that situation, definitely I'm not like a tree to tolerate everything, some in situations. So, how to deal with it? Then it will be totally negative. It will be like that.
Be very open. Humility means being truthful to yourself. If we are not there, we shouldn't be there. That's what is as we said, we should be bereft of the false ego. What is the false ego? What we are not. And what is the real ego? What we are. If we have all understood these limitations, yeah, that really makes us to assess what I can do, what I cannot do, and for what should someone be high, if someone is praising or not praising. Yeah, you're getting the point. Humility also means to be very open to our own self. Maybe we may not be open to others. So say, maybe I may not be able to tell you, Hemabari Mataji, how hopeless case I am. But at least I should be very frank to myself that I am the hopeless. Yeah. I don't know if it answered your question.
Yes, Prabhuji, definitely I'll be open. That's why sometimes now I will be open, but toleration also will be up to a certain level. And if it crosses, it will be totally negative versus situation.
But tolerating of what? Now we go into that part. When you say
Yeah,
tolerating what? Tolerating yourself or
humbleness.
tolerating others, or
tolerating others, exhibiting the humbleness, because in this some few situations we can't make that situations will be even worse beyond the things if we exhibit beyond my capacity.
Okay.
So I should
what you want to do is you want to use humility as a means of tolerating others, right? And if I'm not really humble, should I really exhibit artificial humility to tolerate others? Is that your question?
Yes, that is my question. And if it is beyond that also, to show that also, okay, I will inside I'm not humble, but I will be humble for 1-2 hours. After that, it will blast. And then it will be even negative, right? I'm trying something, but it is even worse than before.
Yeah, when you know that things can go very easily out of your hand, don't be there. Try to avoid the situation. Yeah. Try to avoid situations where you can't handle. Yeah. Just imagine if you have the things. No, come on, I am really put in that situation. Now what should I do? Give up those whatever other things they think they can do it, let them do, but you try, do whatever you are.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't want to win by losing. We want to lose by winning.
Okay. Yeah.
If I give up, doesn't matter. Yeah. Ultimately, yeah, Krishna is there. At least I'm honest to myself, to what I can. I'm honest to others, what they can. If they don't understand, what can we do? Yeah, just pray Krishna. But we don't have to manipulate. I think that's what you wanted to understand. I don't want to manipulate, but how to handle? That's your question, right?
Yes.
Yeah, don't manipulate and face and pray to Krishna so that things eventually get better, because you are showing that you are genuine to try and be humble. And when we talk about, again, I think when you're talking about this dimension of humility, that's a different topic as such. But humility, what it all means is to really not expect respect from others. You may think, I don't care if they respect or not. In that, we may not be able to serve them properly. That should not be the case.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, but if sometimes we try to be humble or show humility, is that so artificially, is that wrong? Or
can you give one nice example? Then we can use that.
So for example, there was King Prithviraj Chauhan.
No, tell about yourself.
My example, I have to think.
So
but
have a situation, or anyone have a situation, we can use that and try to see what we can take it from there.
So for example, I tried with my neighbor. He was angry, and I tried to be humble, and did
That's
not.
what I'm again trying to understand. What do you mean by thinking yourself that you're humble.
So not speaking words in anger. Yeah.
Okay.
Mainstream, so no bad words to control artificially somehow.
Okay.
Although naturally not like Lord Buddha who is calm.
Okay. So what you are saying is, in an agitating situation, though we are agitated, if we are silent or suppressing our, yeah, this is a nice quality, Spitadira, that's needed. We don't want to get disturbed in a situations like that. Practice that is nice. It's not artificially practicing. You're actually practicing.
It is like struggling for.
Yeah, because we don't have that quality, we are doing it. So that is right. So that is not kind of hypocrisy. To say hypocritically that, hey, I am calm. Whatever you're doing, come on, I am calm. Indeed, if you're not calm, that is not humility.
Okay, bro.
No one is asking, right? You, hey, are you really calm? Inside you don't have anything. So what we are telling is here that we are genuine to ourselves. That what we are doing is right. And the second thing in this case, yes, we want to learn the art of balancing in the times of odds and evens. When there are things are favorable, how to be, in things unfavorable, how to be. So this is art of learning those skills. And one can learn that skill when one is really humble, because he really understands that he has not mastered it and he want to learn. And that's why, of course, if you have hurt someone, you genuinely go and say, oh, sorry, I got angry. That is humility.
So rectification of our bad behavior is.
But if you say, hey, come on, it's all your fault, but still I tolerate it. Because I tolerated, that sense of I-ness is not humility. Because again, we take the pride in what we do. I mean, this one factor of humility, I mean, we have been discussing in the last 1 hour. We have already gone in different directions, right? So much to understand, and at the same time, so much is to misunderstand what humility is. Yeah.
True, Prabhuji.
The real sense of humility is coming of not taking pride in what we are doing, and giving all respect to others. This question again, I mean, as I said, that is the basis. Now the next question is coming, hey, if I see the other person is doing fault, how can I respect him? No one has this question. Okay. Yeah, anyway,
I have
Mataji, I
Prabhuji
think you
for
had a question. Yeah, 1 second. Divya Mataji, you had a question or anything you want to say? Haribol, now your turn comes. Maybe she's not there. Okay. Suritesh Babu, your question? No, she's back. One of you, one after the other. Yeah. So Divya Mataji, what's your question?
Yeah, so Prabhuji, I wanted to ask, like, in the starting stages of our career, like when I first started my corporate job, we were told about this personal branding and that how we should, stand out in the meetings and take additional responsibilities. Even in the job description, they mentioned that, are you willing to take additional responsibilities? And the more additional responsibilities take, only then we are, promoted to a good level. So at starting stage of career, is it okay if we do that?
No, at any stage you can do that. Not only starting stage. You can always say you're ready to take additional responsibility. After all, that's what the company wants. That's what the company is paying for you. Yeah. there is no problem. Yeah. Only thing is don't get exploited that, okay, for genuine work, genuine payment should be there, right? If the payment is good, just do it. Otherwise, just ask. Otherwise, move. Yeah.
And is it okay if we do personal branding if it is required in the job?
Personal branding in the job, like what? Hey, I am an expert of so and so. Come to me.
No, like we have been told, like whatever you do, advertise it, show it in the LinkedIn, show it in the work portal, keep advertising and keep standing out like that.
What to do? What to do? Create your own layer of, just, what is this? Vaccination. Yeah.
Okay.
Always stay in contact with the devotees, so that in spite of that, artificially showing off yourself, at least you are with devotees to kind of not get carried away in that branding. Otherwise, what may happen when we are branding 10 times, 11th time we start thinking, hey, I'm a really expert. That's why. Yeah?
Okay.
So we should be with the devotees so that we understand that branding is not encouraged in devotee association. As soon as then branding is happening, what will happen? Then someone will show, hey, I think this is not so good for you because you're just taking pride in everything. This is harmful to you. So as long as you're still working in a materialistic job, yeah, like even I'm doing, yeah, try to be very careful, try to be very clear that all those are not I am. I'm just doing it because, okay, I have not yet taken up the path of fully surrendering, fully working for the Lord, and whatever, yeah. You have to be careful when we are doing this kind of branding. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Adhira Sapam. Yes, Adhira Sapam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the example that Gandhiji showed, if you slap me on one cheek, then then I'm ready for the other. So was that example of humility or something else?
Good question.
Or humility should be understood like with
That was,
intelligence.
I think that was a sense of showing non-violence. Yeah, it was not a matter of humility. I don't know. It was that on the sense or the lines of humility. Maybe someone else can add or tell. As far as I remember, because Gandhiji has taken up the non-violence movement, so he was showing, even if you beat one, I'm ready to show my next left. And so I won't revolt, I won't beat, I won't retaliate, and yeah, not the vengeance, but actually loving forgiveness. That is the background.
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Humility, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that did that answer your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. So that was non-violence. I mean, so different from humility. And Prabhuji, sometimes we see that in the material world, I mean, when we show the humility, so should be very careful, like while showing when to show, to whom we should be, like
showing humility or showing off humility. What are you talking?
Like in the material world, if you show, if we are humble always, so people usually, you also ask this question. People take advantage generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. People are there. Yeah, we are in a marketplace. The cheapest goat will be sold first, right?
yeah. I mean, if we are real humble, then we cannot say, okay, I'll be humble in this case. I'll not be humble in that case.
No, I think we should really be understand that I am not this body. That is first understanding, and the humility is to show that we respect others. Yeah, not expect respect. So this is what makes us like, okay, I have nothing to do with. And sorry, what was that you were mentioning? Shall we choose and pick when to be humble, when not to be humble? Is that the question?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Why do we want to do that? Is it not so difficult? Doesn't it get so difficult to be dealing with people? After all, integrity is something, right? Do we want to change colors or do we want to be ourselves?
Yeah, being ourselves. Yeah.
Otherwise, people will not have trust, isn't it? If we guess, oh, for some time we'll be humble, sometime not humble, then people will think, hey, what is this guy? He's playing with me. He's not to be trusted because the other person may not know when you are humble, when not humble, what is what. Because of this, trustworthiness is gone, and that's not what we mean by humble. Yeah. We don't want to. We want to be who we are, accept who we are, do what we are supposed to do, and not expect respect from others.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Very difficult, right? Very difficult because whatever we are talking is on a spiritual platform or on a devotional platform, and we are trying to fit it to, because I am living in this world, I am working, I am in a company, I am in a materialistic way of living and all. How to fit that into this? It is creating all this. What do you call this? Complications, because these are all intersecting. They are not in a harmony. Just imagine in a very serene lake, you throw one pebble, and the water ripples will come. That is nice, but if you just start throwing 10 pebbles, then 10 ripples will come and then start colliding. So who are we? Are we that ripple or this ripple? It's better to keep one, then there is no problem. So we should try to understand. Yeah, even in company, we don't have to kind of show off so much. Of course, we are now scared. Okay, what will happen to my job if I don't show? Because 9 people in the company are showing, and if I don't show, what will happen? Yeah, if you have to show, oh God save me. But at least we should know that who we are. That at least, and after down the line, after a few years, you will see what is this business of duplicity. Sometimes I'm like this, sometimes I'm like that. I'm frustrated with this. Let me be myself. Then we come to that part. Yeah. Okay.
Prabhu, I have one query. Like, if a situation happens when our self-respect is getting hurt, by someone who is less
We have to be very careful to understand what is self-respect. This is exactly what we are talking about humility. There is nothing like, okay, self-respect.
Okay.
We are talking about not give and take respect. We are talking about I don't want respect. So what is that self-respect we are talking?
No, the example is like, I'm not talking about anything in material, but let's say I'm practicing all this spiritual thing. I'm reading books, I'm attending lectures, I'm doing japas, I'm doing kirtans. And because of that, maybe my material time bandwidth has been squeezed, and I'm giving more time to all these things.
Okay.
And someone, maybe in my relation, my friends or someone, I'm not giving time to them. So they are just saying like, or maybe sometimes mocking behind me.
Okay.
That this guy is like escaping this material responsibility and doing all this nonsense kind of.
You're in a battlefield, you're protecting your nation, and your parents are saying something. Do you worry that, or do you worry this? Do you want to fight, or do you want to go back?
Yeah, that is Dharma Sankata very.
Oh, Dharma Sankat, why?
So I have to fight the battle as well.
You have duty, right? You have a duty.
Yeah.
When you sign the contract, are you saying, oh, if my parents don't allow, I'll then resign and go? Will your manager or will your lieutenant colonel or whoever, will he say, no, first you attend your parents? No. There is a danger every moment. We have to protect. This Dharma Sankat comes because we don't have the real understanding what is the most important thing. Because we don't have that understanding, that's why we are not able to have one single formula through which we can resolve, and everything becomes Dharma Sankat, every small thing. But Krishna is saying, Sarva Dharma Parityancha Mamekam Sharanam Braja. So he's saying, of all dharma, the best thing is surrender unto me. And what is Lord saying? Moksha Ishyami Masita. If you just do that, what I'll do? Even if you have pap, if you have committed sinful reactions, I will take care of that. Don't worry.
So in that case, I should ignore whatever anyone is saying.
This is a straight answer until you can really get convinced about it. You have to still manage things by you have to give time to your parents, you have to give time to your relatives. But you have to see what if they are mocking. Don't take it. As I said, self-respect. You start thinking about self-respect now, you will lose the game.
Okay.
If someone is playing football or cricket is a good example nowadays. What is that? Cricketer wives are on the podiums, right? If the cricketer is behind name and fame, and what will my wife? Will she give me what is recognition or value or that or this? He thinks so many things. Can he really play?
No.
He can't play. But if he plays properly, everything will automatically come.
Yes,
the people who are now saying, hey, what foolish thing are you doing? You don't have time for me. You see, hey, what he's doing is right. Even we are not able to do because we have got spoiled, but at least he is improving. It will take some time. It will take some time until they realize. Until that time, just be always nice to them. We don't have to prove our statement. We just be calm. We do whatever we do. Not come on beating my chest. Hey, I'm that, I'm this, I'm doing that. I'm devotee, doing 16 rounds. You know what? Every day I go to temple. Every day I do arti. Every day I read that. No, we don't have to tell anything. We don't have to tell anything. Why should we tell all these things? Are they our boss? Who is our boss?
Krishna.
You're doing everything for what? Krishna. Or even if selfishly we see we are doing this whole thing for what? Our own self, so that we can. And then, if others will think, what can we do? We can try to explain them. We can also help them out if they are in situation. They will see, hey, they always want to go to people who are very calm, and then they can. But we have to be very careful until what level can we entertain all this. Just imagine if we give one finger, they will eat us completely. Be careful.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is what happens, right? This is actually what happening in India also. That if after 50 years, it is said that it's a retirement life, isn't it?
Yeah.
We see the elderly generations. What are they doing? Are they retiring to the next stage of life? No, they are just retiring from the worldly jobs, but they are busy with what? Sense gratification. Of course, they also have this devotional dimension that they go to temples, they go to Punya Kshetra, Tirtha Yatras, and all these things. But why?
That's true. Yeah.
So anyway, coming back to our, we don't have to really, if someone is saying something, we don't have to give up. If we give up, it is such a foolish act. Just like I don't remember exactly, was it a goat or a, yes, a Brahman was gifted a calf. Does anyone know this story? They can tell better than me. A Brahman was given a calf as a dan, yeah? Because Brahmanas, when they do programs in those days, they were given, calf was given. And this calf, what this Brahman, he did it is he kept on his shoulder and he was walking. And then there were three um, I don't know who are they. They wanted to enjoy the meat of the calf. What they started saying, hey, what are you doing? One guy came and started telling, hey, what are you doing? This is you're carrying a pig on you, because the Brahman cannot see up, and he could not. He said, no, this is calf. No, I don't know what you are doing. A Brahman carrying a pig is very, very inauspicious. And then there was another guy who said it's a goat. And third one was saying a ghost. And finally, this guy thought, oh, because of ghost, now I'm not able to see what is it. And then he just left it there and ran away. But it was a calf. Parth Prabhu?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was very nice question.
Thank you.
Adaraj Prabhu, you still have question or?
Yeah, Prabhuji. So, how to, Prabhuji, what is the best remedy to develop humility without pride in it?
Yeah, a very, very nice thing. I mean, it's to understand our real position. We are very insignificant. As and when we have a designation, what is happening? We are becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Just imagine, you are first ranker, you are the gold medalist, you are, then you are, now all these things, you think, hey, I'm already that, isn't it? Have you ever thought that still I'm just insignificant servant of the Lord?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah. As and when some extra layer is coming, we should always come back to this. Come on, I am insignificant servant. I am just here to do service. I'm just a servant. That too not a great servant, a humble or insignificant service that I can render, whatever I can do my best. Always thinking in that way, then we can avoid all this. And then it's very important that chanting the name of the Lord will help us to come to this understanding. Why? Because can we be bigger than the Lord? No, right? What are we doing in the chanting? Please engage me in your service. Please engage me in your service. This service also doesn't come so easily. If someone has distributed prasadam yesterday, or if someone has put up the tents or put the tables and all, it doesn't come just like that. If we just have pride, that will go away very soon. Tomorrow someone else will come and do it. If I am doing now, it's not because of my own greatness. It is because that Lord is so great that He is still giving us this. But when the pride is there, Lord is saying, this is damaging him, this is destroying his bhakti lata, devotion, then those services are gone. Yes? Madras?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Always we have to think that we are servant.
But taking up services can make us humble.
Yes. Taking service and not taking pride in taking service. Usually we may think, hey, come on, I am a speaker. Oh, I am that, I am this. If we start taking pride in all those things, then those things will go. Whatever comes goes. But if we rather think that, hey, I am serving, I have to serve without expectation, then we are promoted to get a better, bigger service, not better service, bigger service. Okay. Then we go back to Suryatesh Prabhu question. If he's still there. Don't see him. No, I don't know where he is. Maybe he has dropped off. What is a comment? Okay, then I have the question. I can play back, and if someone has this question, then we'll discuss further. So, what if someone we are talking about not expecting respect but giving respect to others? How to give respect if someone is not eligible? Anyone has this question? No one has, or everyone has? Silence.
Yes, Prabhuji, when somebody don't respect, especially in the workplace, right? You know, toxic boss or somebody, and you feel like they don't deserve the respect, how do you kind of react? Maybe one solution is to just move away. But yeah.
Anyone else? Divya Mataji, you have a question? Or
Yeah, one way I figured out for this was what I started thinking is if the person is not eligible for respect and he is doing certain activities, then it is his karma. My karma or my dharma is to give respect irrespective of the person in front of me. He will keep doing his dharma, I will keep doing my dharma. So my dharma is to give respect, so I will give it irrespective of anything.
Mhm. And now let's understand what does it mean giving respect. What do you mean by giving respect?
Like there is no I don't have any definition, but just a respectful behavior toward his
Yeah, but what is respect? When we don't have a definition, what does it mean then, actually?
to respect his whatever
Yeah,
his
I'm
thoughts
asking what
are.
is that respect? Again, you're using the same word respect. What is
Okay.
that respect?
I don't have a definition for this word. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone can say what is respect? The reason why I was asking 3 times is because that's very important. Yeah? So please don't think I'm pushing.
Kind of being accommodative to the person's words and doing what he or she wants us to do.
Accommodating.
Maybe Prabhuji,
Anyone
to
else?
respect that to have the with the understanding that everyone is a everyone is a soul, is servant of the Krishna, and
Everyone is servant
also
of Krishna.
the Paramatma resides in everyone's heart. So
Okay.
so
No, we are talking
respecting,
about what is respect, not at a devotional or in general, what is respect?
maybe respecting not their bad activities, respecting them as a person.
Again, what is respect? To value others is respect. Yeah. To value others is respect. Yeah, Divya Mataji.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're saying that, okay, irrespective of his dharma or my dharma, I'm respecting him, you're valuing him. And now the question is coming, hey, he is unfit because he is corrupt or he is that. Yeah, just imagine if someone, Osama bin Laden or some criminal, can we respect him? Do you respect him? No, my question.
No.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
The question was to Divya Mata.
So Prabhuji, for such people, what I think is we can be stern in our actions. We can take the required actions which is required, but at the same time, we can be respectful. We don't have to degrade the person.
Like what is again? What is then respect? What is kind of respect you are doing there? A criminal, what do you call this? A guy who has committed crime and he is in front of you. Can you tell me practically how do you respect him?
So like I will take the whatever action is required to punish him or to to show him the correct way. But I'm saying our manner and our way of demeanor should be respectful. like that. Because we should realize that ultimately there must be some ansh of Krishna in him, right? Some good must be there in them. He is on the wrong path. He is got mistrayed, but so we should respect a small ansh of Krishna that he must be having while doing our duty of punishing him and bringing him on the right path, like that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Srinath Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Basically, respect means having admiration for someone, having some feeling, good feeling towards others. So, in case of a criminal, or in case of somebody who is disturbing our or acting a barrier to our spiritual sadhana, so we have to go away from. I mean, we have to make sure that we should not get into that path. We should actually make sure that our path is clear and we should leave them aside. Because respect means this, showing respect here means I am still showing admiration to even someone who is a criminal. So I'm trying to understand.
Very carefully, when we are seeing here, we should, I think, as Divya Mataji was mentioning, I think when we're talking about understanding in everyone there is soul. Yeah, whatever you have seen, the crime and is all at a what? Bodily platform. Right?
Yes,
a bodily platform, he is a criminal, a bodily platform, he is that, he is this. And he is harmful and these so many things. But at a soul, we understand he is a spirit soul. And not only spirit soul, he is part and parcel of the Lord. And you may have heard that we, what is it called? We not condemn the sinner, but the sin, right? Our problem is not with the sinner. Our problem is that covering, which is the sin. I don't know what is the right, I forgot the quote, right one. Disease and deceased, right? Something like that. So when we really see still inside that person, there is this soul and we respect to that. And what is now showing, we don't have to explicitly show that respect. We just still see that, hey, he is a spirit soul. And then, yeah, to the degree that he may have some good quality that we may appreciate if we need to appreciate. Otherwise, we are passive. But as soon as we think that he is, come on, he is that, he is this, what is dominating us is that we tend to disrespect. We tend to disrespect because, yeah, everyone is saying, hey, he's faulty. And now in this world, who is perfect? Tell me. Who is perfect?
Yes, Prabhuji. But on a clear material platform, we see there are many people who have committed
yes,
hardcore crimes.
We are not taking part in that hardcore crime. When Prabhupada is saying someone a rascal, he is not sweetly saying, he is saying a rascal, not because you have not done things well. You have not understood. For your own good cause, I am saying who you are. But if Prabhupada is calling someone a rascal, it's not that he is disrespecting the person. He is still shaking him to say that, hey, okay, you are very dear to me. Why? Because you are part and parcel of Krishna. So this respect can be shown in different ways. As Divya Mata, you were saying, right? If I call someone a rascal, still that can still be respect. You may think, hey, come on, he has used words, he has scolded, he has shouted. Is this all considered as respect? If someone is saying a rascal, yeah, you are a rascal, how can How can Prabhupada, we can justify that Prabhupada was respectful to the person? No? Any thoughts? When someone is saying you are a rascal, how can we justify that Prabhupada was still respectful? Yeah, he was showing, hey, you have demonstrated that rascaldom in you. But why Prabhupada is still telling? So that you wake up from that. You wake up from that rascaldom and then come back. Yeah, because you are spiritual. Because I love you. That's why I am correcting you. It's very interesting, huh? Because for us, we usually think respect means going, saying namaskar, saying hello, hi, and all these things. Respect is also valuing. Huh? Hey, you are a soul. You're not the body. You are a fool thinking that you are the body. Okay. Yeah. Still, I think the topic is not so clear, right? We'll take another session then, because we have discussed so many points today. Then we'll kind of give a perspective and then pick up the next one. But humility is to do with not having expecting any respect for ourselves, but giving all respect to others. All respect means there is no exception. Everyone deserves respect because everyone are part and parcel of the Lord. Everyone will have at least some minute goodness. We don't want to take sides. As soon as we are offering respect, doesn't mean that okay, we are also committing what is it called? We are part of that crime, and we will also will have the share. No, we are not just doing that. It's not like okay, I also get the simple reactions of if I just respect others. No. And that is the key. If someone is doing some mess, still, yeah, we see that okay, this mess is happening because just imagine ourselves like if someone is in a asylum, mental asylum, if that person is making some nonsense, what will we do? Are we punishing him? A doctor is saying what? Oh, he's a patient. I can't let my patient be dealt irresponsibly. I deal with him very responsibly. Yeah. So, yeah, we are in a situation in society where so many people are, so many kinds of things are there. We definitely do not miss this important part, respecting, because we always see that they deserve respect. There is no exception for that. Indra thought that, oh, okay, when Brahaspati gave a garland to him, Indra thought, hey, I am king, I deserve it. And what he did, after taking the garland, he put that garland on the head of the elephant. And elephant, it anyway had no interest in garland. Elephant is elephant. It just took the garland through it and just trampled, what is it called? Trampled the garland into pieces. And then what happened? You know what happened? This was disrespect. And Brahaspati left. And Brahaspati left, and what he said? You will be bereft of all this opulence. Then he was kicked out of heaven. So anyway, thank you very much. We can continue. I don't know for the first joiners, how was it? Might be too deep and not really what you were expecting. I don't know. Consort Prabhu or maybe Guru. Yeah. Yes. So this is what we want to learn some basics and how to improve ourselves. Real life problems, how to handle it, how to deal with others. Yeah. integrity is one thing, and then diplomacy another thing, how to bring them together, live in, yeah, all these things we need to really learn. We can't just always say, okay, after all, my dharma is to take care of my parents, I take care of my family, take care of my country, take care of my community. All these things we understand is secondary when it comes to real dharma is to re-establish my lost connection. Because all these came and they will go. The only thing that will always last is our relationship with the Supreme Power. Thank you very much. Okay then. Vanchakalparabhyascha kripasindhya puja pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo Gopal. If someone is around, please come from 12 o'clock to 6:30 in the temple in Cologne. There is wonderful kirtans that go on. Yeah, most welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.